Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of TerraTech. We are hanging out with our new vehicle over here. This is my harvesting vehicle and it has got a lot of resources on it, which is kind of strange to have early game, but now that they've rebalanced everything we can make the use of these tractor pads right here. So we're about to charge back into this little delivery bay that I built right here, and this thing's a little bit flawed. As we drive in here you'll see that it fills up very quickly, and then we kind of have to wait for all of it to be processed. So it can't take everything that we've got right here. It'd be nice to sort of go back through like this was a bay, like this area over here, and then just drive on out and harvest loads of stuff again. So I was playing around with it, and I don't think there is any way to configure these bays between the conveyor pads and the conveyors. They're not called conveyor pads, are they? Receivers. So there's no way of creating like a buffer storage before they go and get put into this, which would have been really nice if there was a way to do that. Another way I thought of though was to literally just plop this down on the ground and then have something attached to this, pick them up like that, but they don't really talk to the conveyors, so unfortunately you can't do that on this, but it's cool. It's a nice start, and I think making a mobile processing center is always going to be better than this until we get a solution for that problem. Anyway, let's talk about what we're going to do this episode. We've got a few objectives, and there's been a new update to the game as well that's come out, and it's actually bugged out something here, and I hope it doesn't bug out anything else as well. So notice how this thing is now called a static delivery cannon. We have our level 2 license, but we can't buy this thing, and this is the normal cannon. However, I think what they did is they took the idea of the normal cannon, changed it, and added this one, so it's unlocked to us. If we scroll all the way down here, we'll find, I think it's called, is it somewhere down here? There it is, yeah. Mobile delivery cannon. Now this is a lot more expensive, and yes, I had to buy 4 of them to expand our little refinery area that we've got ongoing on over here. So something's a little bit bugged out. Since it's the only expensive thing, we'll probably be able to get away with buying them. But it's a little something I thought I would mention. So the plan this episode was to build a new harvester. We've done that. It's got some drills at the front, which look really cool. A couple of weapons just in case it gets into any trouble. And it's also got just 6 wheels. And I kind of feel like if these are upgraded to the next one, its maneuverability would be so much better, because it's a little bit sluggish. Like you can see right now, just trying to move around, it's slow. The weight is too much on the wheels, and sometimes there's actually one of these blocks sort of trapped inside somewhere. I can't see one at the moment, but it happens quite a lot. When I go around, driving with this thing, a block will get caught inside, and it kind of messes it up a little bit. So yeah, the next thing that we're going to focus our attention on is this chap over here. We're going to rebuild this one. I think we're going to make it 4 wide like our other tech. We'll probably do something similar where we drop the wheels underneath as well, because they're raised off of the ground. It means we have less trouble maneuvering around, and at the moment there are a lot of baddies on the radar as well. So from all of the harvesting that we did so far, we got no XP to boost us towards the 4th level, so we're going to have to go around and destroy some baddies, I guess. So we're going to upgrade this thing, and then we're going to go on a rampage. So I'm halfway through the construction of this thing, and by halfway I mean probably more like 10%, 5%, and I'm thinking to myself, wait a minute, we want to put some of the lighter blocks on this thing, and it reminded me that of course we want to get some of the better wheels from the techs that you see in the desert. So I thought, actually, why don't we just take this thing out and clear up some of these techs that are in the area. In fact, actually, we're going to go and look for one in the desert, I think. So we can get ourselves those blocks. Once we've unlocked them, we should be able to buy them from the shop, and the wheels as well, although it might work differently on this one. So we're going to go out, kill a tech, and find out if we need to unlock it with our license or if we can just buy them. And I got a feeling it's buy them because they're not the same type. This is just the license for the GSO, and I don't think they've implemented it for the rest of the game yet. Well, there's something up ahead. It sort of looks like... what is that? Almost look like a bit of a tree. It's like got a skeleton on top of it. Not a skeleton, a frame. Like a skeletal frame, that's what I'm thinking of, and it's full of weapons that are facing forward. That was so ridiculously easy. Yeah, look, it's got loads and loads of these everywhere. So we got some of the XP stuff over here, like the gyroscope. We've seen that before. We got some of these new weapon types, so by picking that up we should unlock it and then be able to buy it. It might have some new... oh, a booster, excellent. That'll be good for the plane that we've got if we want to put a fuel tank on it. Did we have the wheels though? No, it's just used these types, haven't it? So at least we've got a couple of new blocks. Are any of these brackets different as well? No, they all appear to be right angle ones. There are different types of brackets, so I was hoping to unlock one of those, but not today by the looks of it. Okay, looks like we've got a base here. A base with some sort of... Nope, that's another vehicle, so a base and two vehicles. That one's just... See you later, he's backing away. He's not interested in the fight. We can also boost, which is really cool. We have no fuel tank, but apparently we can do that. Hopefully it's not using our battery. And, oh no, it's firing at the base first. Interesting. Now fire at this thing. No, it's firing at the base again. Come on. Fire at this horrible looking tech. There we go, good. So easy, isn't it? It's so easy. And none of the stuff that we're looking for. I don't even know if I want to pick this stuff up. That is different. That is a bigger sort of one of these. So we've got one of these back at the base. Grade 2 Fabricator. Looks like we've unlocked the Grade 3 Fabricator. And that thing is still alive. Yeah, and that's about it. So I want to take this thing back with me. So I'll probably just hold on to it like this for now. And the search will continue on. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. That's the sort of tech that we want to go after. And I've just noticed we've got no XP as well, so I hope this one gives us some. Oh, straight away disabled its weapon. Let's make sure we get a block out of there and a wheel before it blows up. Excellent. That's what we came over here for. We'll probably drop that thing for now, although we can fit it on like this, can't we? How did I just pick that up? My cursor was here. There we go. Weapon on top. That's good. And we can pick this thing and take it back. So did we get any XP? No. I'm kind of worried now, because if we can't get any more XP, then how do we level up to the next license level? Well, we've got this thing to investigate at least. Anyway, let's head back to base. Alright, so this is the point in the episode where I've caught up with the last one. I've read all of your comments, and it turns out I've done something really silly here, so I'm actually looking forward to figuring this out now. Apparently this has sort of like 2 inputs and outputs, and I kind of messed it up with the way that I was trying to use it. And also, supposedly if we put something on here, although that doesn't want to go in there, maybe we need to hook it up to some conveyors. What will actually go on there? This one will? Excellent. Aha! Look! Recipes! That is going to be extremely useful, especially for unlocking some things as well. So I'm going to investigate that, but we're going to do that in a moment. I'm going to park this thing here, and hopefully it doesn't wander away, because you can see it sort of moves very slowly. And I've been having this problem with the text just sort of wandering off. Speaking of which, this one on the side here is doing alright. I thought that would have fallen down the hill. And yeah, I've made our new tech that I talked about with the new blocks, and I'm actually not too happy with this. And we've also lost a coil laser off of the front. Not sure how that happened. I don't have a replacement lying around either. But I wanted to kind of go out there and fight some techs and show you what exactly it is I don't like about this. Because if we were just to fire straight like so, and that gets picked up by that, that's amazing. You'll see we've got a lot of firepower. But let's have a look at the range here. These ones go in a straight line, and I like that sort of sitting back and shooting them from a distance approach, which is kind of cheaty in a way, because we're taking advantage of their AI. And these things, they sort of like drop down to here, so the range is limited. So this thing is more of a close combat vehicle. Now, of course, these things are going to aim as well, but I was just playing around with it, fighting some techs, and we need to get the batteries charged, which is what I'm about to do. I kind of realised that it doesn't suit my playstyle, and also it's actually quite difficult. You know, you load it full of weapons, and that doesn't necessarily mean it's that great. So I wanted to show you in action and talk about some of the changes I have in mind. I think you're going to have to take my word for it that fighting with this thing isn't so great. I've just been recording and not really getting what I want to show you. But anyway, this thing has 5 batteries, by the way, and it is real fast once you get moving here. You can see it's quite nippy. The thing is, it turns okay when it's moving fast. When it's not, it is quite difficult to turn. You can see here it's not turning at all. And I think it's all these extra pound cannons that I added weighing it down that's the problem. Another thing is when we're shooting and we try and move forward, we're very slow to accelerate because the momentum of the guns is pushing us back. Now I just had a little fight with one of them around here, and it was pretty lame. Like, I was trying to hit this guy. Oh, and he may be able to help us demonstrate something. Look at the coil lasers at the front. They're all sort of grouping into a single spot there, and they tend to do that when you're close enough. Now, when you're further away fighting them, they don't group together, and what I found is that these ones can do that from further away. That's something I do want to test a little bit more, but when they group together, it means they're targeting something, and I think the, is it this one, the coil laser, right? Yeah, that one can target them from further away, and the stud laser, you need to be a lot closer. So I'm thinking about using these ones again and seeing how we go, how that works with my play style. But that's generally like the problem that I'm having, is that we're not able to aim quick enough. So when I get in a dogfight with another tech, I'm trying to turn around and catch up with it, and these things are shooting and barely able to hit it. And so although we've put loads of good weapons on there, it doesn't really work with my playstyle. But anyway, enough about that. I want to build another tech or modify this one and see if I can get one that really works for me and just show you it when it's working. So I'm going to go back over here and start investigating all of those crafting recipes, which we now know how to do. Since we've got all of these resources ready, I'll be able to fly through and find the ones that we want, because there's loads of stuff that we want to unlock. So there appears to be another tech behind me. By the way, our base has been attacked a fair few times. And there we go, you walked right into the line of fire. I think we've been attacked like 2 or 3 times now, and it's been really annoying. And here we go, actually, because this is going to be the worst type to fight because of its maneuverability. Or maybe not. Now I've got to turn around and it's going to get difficult. So yeah, we've been attacked a whole bunch of times while we're here, is what I'm saying. Oh, this guy's going to be a right pain. So things with the crafting are getting tricky again. Over here I can't get the 3 of these to craft together. If we remove this one and hover over here, you'll see that it wants 2 titanium ingots and an ignium crystal to make a GSO scrapper. Yeah, I can't seem to drop this thing on it at all, and I've tried connecting that thing to this side and it doesn't want to know. So I'm going to continue to play around with that. However, I have been able to craft something over here, which is the static delivery cannon. You can see it here. It looks like it's got 4 inputs, and it might be able to actually deliver things 4 times as fast, which will be interesting. So this looks like the new delivery thing, and it's static. It only works when anchored, and it needs power as well, actually, it says there. Interesting. Yeah, and it can sell unwanted items. Oh, it might not even sell like just raw things. Let's grab something here, drop it in there. No, it will sell that, but it'll do unwanted items, which is cool. How do you drop it on there though? Because these want to attach. And we're being attacked again. This happens way too often. And it's another little one, and I think the situation has been diffused pretty quickly there. All I had to do is back away and shoot. Oh. Anyway, the thing that I really want to get at the moment is the mobile charger, so I can leave these guys in the bay and they can actually get charged up, because otherwise they sit outside, they lose their shield, and when we get attacked they take damage, which is unfortunate. So anyway, just trying to continue crafting stuff and unlocking new blocks. This thing right here is now going to allow me to park, or maybe not, because this thing is swinging around to the side. It's annoying being in a hilly area. Anyway, I figured out how this thing works. What you have to do is drag the 2 to one side. So we put the one right there, then we grab another one and we put it here, and they group up on that side. So now you can see we've got the 2 of those, we put something else on the other side, so that's really cool. And you can see here there's quite a few things to unlock with all of this. At the moment I need to go in search of this stuff, Celestian Crystal, because it seems like there's a few recipes that I can't quite do that use that. And then when it comes to getting the next level grade fabricator, I've got no idea whatsoever. I've got a feeling we're going to have to go out into the wild and get one off of another tech again. But anyway, I want to show you a couple of the things that we got here. We're going to play around with this later on. We have, and we are in like an awkward position to have a look. This thing right here is a step-up conveyor, and I think that means you can convey vertically. So you would attach another one at the height above, like you can see there. So let's grab one, and do you know what? We can even do a quick demonstration, can't we? If we swap the way the arrow's facing, yeah, it can go up by a block now, so we can convey things upwards and possibly downwards as well because of that. There you go, awesome, that's good. We got ourselves these jet booster things over here, the booster jet, and we got the fuel tank as well. Those are the smaller ones, and we also got this thing, which is some sort of hover pad, and I obviously want to build a tech with that because that sounds amazing. What's it called? Hover plate. Yeah, and now all of these things are going to be available over here as well. So at the moment we are a little vulnerable. If we get attacked and things get destroyed, it's going to be cheap to replace. So if we scroll through here, yep, look, these things require the grade 3 license. They were grayed out before, but now we can buy them. And I want to go in search of that one right there. You see, we did actually have both of these, except the plane got destroyed before I sort of attached them, or disconnected them and attached them again. And there's the step conveyor as well. So we're unlocking things and we want to do more. But for now we're going to have to go in search of that particular rock. And by the way, can't remember if I mentioned it earlier, This is as far as the GSO level license goes in this patch. There's no one above it. They actually hadn't added that into the game yet, which is interesting. I found a base and it has it. We now have the wireless charger. That is fantastic. There is also one of these right here. Let's pick it up and charge ourselves up temporarily. That is absolutely terrific. Awesome. I don't see anything else of use right here. And is that thing still alive? You may notice there's some extra things on my tech. I decided to take this one because the desert is a little bit dangerous, as you can see, and I've attached some boosters here. Now I've got a feeling that we're just too heavy really for using this properly, but on the side here we have some of these turning ones which I unlocked, horn steering boosters. So when I press left or right you'll see those things activate, and so they help you steer a little bit quicker. And then we got these ones when we press shift, so we can get around a little bit quicker, but I do think the overall weight of this thing is just too much for the wheels and too much for those to make a big difference. But you know, we came out here looking for one thing, we got something else that we're after, and it's all going in the right direction. And I hardly charged up my batteries, hooray! This could be good, this could be bad. I finally got what I was looking for, and we're getting invaded. And by the way, oh look, there's more in the distance. When I was moving around slow earlier, it was actually because one of these things was trapped underneath here, and the beam at the top was trying to pull it up, and all of that rubbish that happens from time to time. Also, there's something floaty over there in the distance that I do want to investigate. No idea what that is, but here we go. So what is it? Actually looks like a decent challenge. I can't seem to turn to the side. Why can't I turn? There we go. And this thing is just sitting still at the moment, and we can just sit back and shoot it by the looks of it. Let's get in a little bit closer to make our other weapons more effective. I'm having some real trouble manoeuvring with this thing lately. And I got a feeling this thing is going to be stronger than us. It's got shields and batteries like we do. And we just did no damage at all to it, did we? Okay, it's been very much a range game, and I've been hitting his shields and he hasn't been able to hit mine, and now they've gone down and now this is game over. I reckon this thing had a lot of batteries on it. Oh, and now mine have run out as well, so we need to be very wary. I think I'm going to back off for a moment here. That looked like a lot of batteries at the bottom there. And there we go, you defeated Small Thunder. Awesome. That was really fun. And we got another one of these. Amazing. I'm going to take that with us. By the way, just got to mention it, the texture here has totally changed, hasn't it? It used to be like a blue desert. Now it's all sort of cracked and icy looking, and I really like it actually. I think that's a nice little change. I like this setup so much more. We can turn better because we're lighter. We can use the shift to help us turn as well there, using the boost. And these coil lasers, or are these stud ones? I can never remember. They direct so much better, and they hit the target so much more frequently. I think they're the way to go. And like I said, they're lighter as well. Wow, that was a big explosion. And yeah, we can move around a lot better with this. I've also added these little pads underneath, by the way. They seem to help a little bit, but the main thing is the reduction of weight. No pound cannons on the side here. You can see we sort of breeze around a lot more, and when we boost, we can really go for it. So let's go like this. Let's do a big jump. Come on. There's not really that much of a bank there to go up, is there? And yeah, I like this. Look how quickly we can turn around as well. It's got some real zip to it now, and I think that's thanks to the boosters. I sort of doubled up those. However, they're actually being blocked off, aren't they? I'm not sure if the game really calculates that or not, but either way we could put these on top. And there's room for more things to be added to this. I am considering having another layer of blocks and more of these on them, but for now that seems to work really, really well. For a second there I thought that was an enemy tech. That is actually R1 trying to get away again, isn't it? Let's park it over here. We're going to have to move away from this area. The hills just make it really, really awkward. So the video kept freezing when I was recording, and I do apologise for that. Unfortunately, I can't fix it on any of the footage that I've recorded, but I know exactly what caused it, so it won't happen again. Anyway, I just want to say we've unlocked everything we can with the grade 3 fabricator, so now we've just got to explore to find more blocks, and we've got a lot of new ones to play around with as well, so we're going to be having a lot of fun in the coming episodes. That's it from me this one. If you have enjoyed it, please do leave a like. The support is appreciated, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye bye.